Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. We welcome you ringside for a much-anticipated bout. Let's set the table for you and get ready to dish up this big night of action. Opening 3 minutes of this scheduled 12-rounder. And there's the left hand working well for him again. Pacquiao's punch didn't come close. Well, you tell me. You know what both of these guys bring to the table. You see them in front of you. This fight's going to go the distance?
No, I think it's kind of like walking outside your house and you see those dark storm clouds. You know it's going to rain. It's going to rain.
So we are underway here, and as we've talked about it going into this fight, and you really touched on this, Teddy, the biggest edge comes with him in terms of his speed advantage.
Yeah, not just with his hands, though. Downstairs with his feet, too.
He missed with that headshot. Targeting that overhand left.
You gotta protect yourself.
Good work defensively by Manny Pacquiao. Plus, he landed that counterpunch.
Yeah, and he forced him to punch. He made him, he drew it out of him, and then he timed him beautifully.
Manny Pacquiao's now showing us something that could have a great impact on this fight, Teddy, and that's his ability to counter.
Yeah, he's mixing it up a little bit. We know he can lead, we know he can get off first, but now this dimension, serving him well.
Keep working the body.
Pacquiao's showing that he's got some defense of his own. He got away from that punch. Great defense turning to offense for Manny Pacquiao right there. Blocked and punched back. Will you look at this? Look at this pace that these two are fighting at so early in the fight. Teddy, each man must have been determined to think they can get the other one out of here early.
Yeah, I want to see who blinks first, though. That's what's interesting to me. Who changes? They can't both keep this up.
10 seconds to go in this round.
I don't know what to say. Just keep it up. Just keep it up. That's it now, all right? It's a nice workout.
Here we go. Round 2 is underway. He was waiting for his opponent, just waiting for an opportunity, and he found it. The counterpunch by Manny Pacquiao. Pacquiao's coming up with the answers, avoiding that punch. Comes right back with a big blow up top. Jab right hand. Manny Pacquiao's got a way of just getting away from that punch.
Keep moving.
Keeping his hands up, getting away of his opponent's effort. Now hugging on the inside.
There you go.
Blocks a shot and then lands an uppercut of his own. And all of a sudden the tables turn. Manny Pacquiao's rocked.
What's good for you is good for him.
It seemed like Pacquiao was waiting for a counterpunch opportunity. That time he timed it well, blocked and scored. Pacquiao's not just loading up, he's landing combination punches like he did right there. And that's what fighters do. Pulls the trigger right away after taking one. Right hand downstairs. A very fan-friendly round, but a headache for the judges. How do you possibly score that round when each man was able to hurt the other?
Well, this is where you have to be a good judge. You have to be a professional judge. You have to use the information that's there. Who won the spots of the round before they each hurt each other, and who hurt the other guy a little more.
All right, breathe. Deep breath. Some water.
Manny Pacquiao's recovered nicely here. The start of this round, and he is proving to me at least that what happened in that last round is having no effect on this round.
Teddy, you've made the point a few times that, hey, it's nice to have something where you got the superior advantage. In this case, he's got the speed. But you can't fall in love with it too much.
No, because what happens then, you're like a teenager that gets one of those sport cars. You know, he gets carried away. He doesn't respect the speed yet. And he starts to run red lights. He starts to do things that he shouldn't do. And that's what's happening here. He's starting to jump in with those quick hands. He figures he doesn't have to respect the dimensions other guys have to. And when he's jumping in, he might get caught. There might be a cop there or a punch there to nail him.
Good smooth work by Manny Pacquiao. That's classic counterpunching.
Yeah, what he did was he pulled that right shoulder back. You know, he just pulled it back, gave him the left shoulder, and then gave him the right hand.
Needs to improve that accuracy. Missed with the headshot. Oh, you see him with the left of the head there? And a good counter by Manny Pacquiao. Well-placed left hand there. And just grabbing onto his opponent. Great counter shot by Manny Pacquiao. Good return fire that time. Dismisses his opponent's headshot. Thought he had his target, but way off to the side with the uppercut. Well, you can just tell that he's unable to keep up this kind of a pace early on. You can see that these punches aren't what they were.
So that's part of the equation. You go out there and you can chuck leather at your opponent, but your opponent, he can handle it. If he wants to, he can deflect it, and then he starts coming back with his own. And then what happens? You get tired, you start giving up.
3 rounds in the books. Pacquiao's in control. Teddy, he's up with a clean sweep on your scorecard.
Yeah, and I like the way he's doing it. You know, he's making the guy come to him, he's making him miss, and he's scoring all the clean punches.
He took a shot, but he gives one of his own. A left hand scores. He scored well after being hit himself. Not hitting his mark there, going upstairs. Pulls the trigger right away with the left hand after getting tagged himself. Good flush shot by Manny Pacquiao. Nice block. Not precise at all by Manny Pacquiao. Well-placed overhand left after denying his opponent's effort. What a great job. He gave one right back in return. Nice work by Manny Pacquiao. A stinging counterpunch after some fine defense by Manny Pacquiao. He had his eyes set on the uppercut, but was unable to land it. Comes right back at him with a left hand. And the consistent work rate of his opponent is now getting to him. He's getting hit consistently too much.
Well, that's the kind of fighter that he is. You know, he breaks you down with the accumulation of punches.
Move your head.
And he ties up on the inside. That's a big uppercut that just crashed home. Lands flush with the 2-punch combo by Manny Pacquiao. Pacquiao's cornermen not just tending to him physically here, but really trying to give him back some confidence after being tagged in that last round.
Double jab, right hand, okay?
So a new round is underway here, but will it be just where we left off? Remember, the bell rang in that last round to keep this fight going. He was taking a beating.
Yeah, well, I hope that he watched some Houdini movies. I really do, because he's going to have to do a Houdini to get out of this.
Tried to land that upstairs and was off the mark. He got hit right there, but he also gave one. Solid effort by Manny Pacquiao. Gets rid of that effort. Teddy, there are opportunities that are here for him, aren't there?
Yeah, counterpunch opportunities, because he's got an opponent who's walking in a little bit. Now he has a chance to start to chuck something back at him a little.
1, 2.
Wow, look at that, trading shots. Halfway through this round.
Keep working the body.
That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by Manny Pacquiao. Well, you could see what he wanted to do there, but unable to land that body shot. Oh, that's good stuff. Firing right back with one of his own. Good work by Manny Pacquiao. There's a taste of the sweet science. You see the skill he has in counterpunching.
And you know what he's doing? Is taking his opponent's jab away.
Pacquiao's movement helped out there. He avoided that punch. Now this round is over, and now a little bit of time for the corner to try to get some defensive sense slapped into their man.
You know, Joe, it's too late for that time. That time came in the gym. He had to be taught that before he ever got here. He's gonna have to live or die or what he knows right now.
Anticipate his punches, okay?
Another round, will it go in another one-way direction? It's been a one-sided fight so far tonight. And now he brings the left hand upstairs. That is just supreme skill by Manny Pacquiao there. He had the block on one end, counters back and scores on his own. Southpaw defensive skills, then the overhand left. Teddy, he's just covering up. That's all he's doing, but it gives his opponent so much time to pick where he isn't.
Yeah, you're right, Joe. I mean,
that's a huge left he just scored with. Good flush shot upstairs. Off target with that hook. And he returns on that exchange. Nice work blocking that, and then an uppercut of his own. Pacquiao's defense did a good job there, able to avoid that punch. Targeting that midsection now with the combo.
Watch that!
That hook was well off the mark. Committing to the combo now, both land. Manny Pacquiao's trainer, who you can see working with him right now in between rounds, said, hey, you've never seen anything like the way he works a double end bag. It's proven true.
yeah, it has. You know, part of why he's so accurate is he's calm, but part of it is he works on it like you just said. He gets on that crazy bag, that double end bag, and he makes sure that those punches are right on the mark.
Little volume punching to the body there. Pacquiao's doing a good job of putting his punches together. His opponent's got to be wondering, how do I stop this?
Well, right now, you made a good point there, because right now his opponent is wondering too much. You know, he's just busy blocking the punches, wondering about the combinations. He's not getting off.
He missed that uppercut.
Head moving.
Oh, and there you go. One shot and down, Teddy.
And now he's gonna have to find a way to clinch. He needs time to recover.
Down he goes, now up he gets.
And if he wants to stay up, he's gonna have to grab on, kill a little time.
Manny Pacquiao's combination punching is working well here. Off to the side, a little swing and a miss going upstairs. Very clever move there. A little defense turns to offense. The counter punch by Manny Pacquiao.
Finish with the hook.
Pacquiao's swinging and missing like he's at bat right there. That punch was nowhere near his opponent. He needs to improve the accuracy a little bit. Big shot. Remember earlier, he was on the canvas. Now he's looking down on his opponent.
And we thought it was a bad thing earlier for him. It turned out to be a bad thing for his opponent because he got careless here.
2, 3, 4. Let's go, get up!
So now the question becomes, after that knockdown, and he has gotten up, how does he survive?
So one of the ways he survives is if he's been taught. Have good habits, have good fundamentals been put there. You're gonna find out right now, he needs them right now.
Scores up top with a left. Teddy, we know what the problem is. He's getting hit by left hands. Offer up the solution.
Well, Joe, there's 3 lines of defense. Either you're blocking punches, you're moving your head, or you're using his leg. The problem, he's not using any of those.
Box intelligently for me, right? Come on, you're more intelligent than this. Let's go. Let's go.
Start of round number 8, Teddy, and your scorecard shows that this has been a one-sided fight. Pacquiao's in complete control. But, as we've seen many times in this game, it ain't over.
No, and as you just kind of led towards, it's time in that corner now for a yogi moment. Remind them, just what you were touching on. It ain't over till it's over.
Oh, he is stuck. There it is! This is going to take some guts to get up from this. Once again, he goes down.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
And it's over. Look at this. Manny Pacquiao's power just much too much for his opponent. Another knockout for him.
Ladies and gentlemen, by knockout, your winner, Manny Pacquiao.
A showcase of power punching by Manny Pacquiao. This fight is now over.
And thankfully it is, because he's taken too much, and you got to wonder about the repercussions down the road.
That does it from ringside. For Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. Thanks for being with us.